Hey everybody, it's me, Kristen. I just made a whole long video and the audio did not sync up with the video, so I had to trash it. Hopefully this audio will work, but I'm trying a different method of recording, so I don't know if it will work. I'm just wearing my Hello Kitty hand warmers right now. They have little cords that you are plugged into my computer via USB, and here's where it's on and here's where it's off. So I just have it on low, and each hand has a different thing. So yeah, it's pretty cold here in my neck of the woods. It's like, I think it's like 30 degrees right now. Could be. I have another screen over here, so anyway, yeah, so let's see if the computer, no, never mind. You don't care about the temperature, do you? No, it's not like that cold. It's not like 10 below or something where some people are. Anyway, I just thought I'd say Happy New Year to you guys. And I got a job! Yay! I got a part-time job, that is. It's not very many hours a week, but, you know, I do what I can. And it's really cool because I can do it from home. I'm a social media manager for a program at school, and I'm super excited about it because, you know, it kind of fits in with my sleep issues that I have and my mental health issues and everything. I think I should be able to handle it. And, yeah, so I'm really excited about that. I'll be posting on the blog for the program and stuff, and on Facebook for that program. And yeah. So hopefully it won't mess anything up. And I hope I don't mess up the job or anything, you know, because, oh my gosh, I've had such bad luck with jobs. Oh. And I blame myself mostly, but some jobs it's been a combination of things. But I haven't had really good luck with jobs, so it kind of gives me nightmares to think about. So it's taken a lot of time to sort of be comfortable with having a job. And I'm still kind of scared about it, but anyway, I was in my other video that I didn't publish because it's not synced up. I was talking about the election and how scary it is that Trump was elected. Because I just think he's really reckless. Maybe he'll prove us wrong and won't be reckless, but he seems very reckless. And I don't even think I'd buy a used car from that guy. I mean, really, who would buy anything from him? I don't know. He seems like a very scary person and really reckless, and there's so many conflicts of interest. I'm not saying the Democrats are without their own conflicts, but I was really kind of upset about the election. And it's not because I wasn't really upset that Hillary lost so much as I was upset that Trump won, because I just think he's so reckless. I don't know. Also, it kind of bothers me that now we have a Republican Congress and, you know, Trump in the White House, and I know the Republicans want to do a lot of things that are kind of frightening, and I think a lot of people are scared right now because of those things that they want to do. And okay, let's just start out with yesterday. They voted to get rid of the independent ethical oversight committee, and they were going to do it, and then they voted to do it until people like reacted, and then they're like, oh, okay, I guess we won't do it. But the fact that they would even vote to do that in secret, and it just doesn't bode well for anybody. Also that they want to punish anyone who records the congressional, you know, hearings or whatever, because of the sit-in that the Democrats had last, I think it was in the summer, over gun control. They want to punish people for not for recording any kind of thing is very undemocratic, I think, and people should be really scared of that. Also, people are just scared for their lives, really. With Trump winning on a platform of hatred, basically, of saying things about Muslims, Mexicans, disabled people, women, gay and lesbian and transgender people and all that. A lot of people are just scared for their lives and their livelihood and their relationships. And I don't think that a lot of Republicans really see that. All they think is, oh, you're just a whiner because the election didn't go your way. Well, that's not really it. It's like people are scared for their lives, basically. The whole thing with the Republicans wanting to dismantle Medicare, Social Security, the VA, all the social safety nets, basically. I read it last term in school. I was reading about working class people in Los Angeles at the turn of the century. And, they didn't have any of those social safety nets. And it was really scary. I mean, they had to live hand to mouth, and people were appreciative of when those safety nets were implemented because it was so important. It is important. And I think that people who don't understand that, like, why does everything have to be a confrontation and a, argument why can't people understand that people are scared and they want to be able to live their lives? People think that Trump's going to bring all these jobs to the United States, and maybe let's hope he does, but it's not going to mean everyone's going to get a job. I mean, unemployment right now is at 5 or 6%, which is the natural unemployment rate, basically. So whether people have dropped out of looking for employment, I don't know. Some industries will probably never come back like they were before because the world has changed. And I understand when people are concerned about unemployment. They're concerned about living, making a living, being able to feed their families. It's a huge concern. But getting rid of Social Security nets, like Social Security, disability, Medicare, Medicaid, unemployment insurance, whatever, the VA, getting rid of all those things is not going to help. I know a lot of people are mad about the Affordable Care Act, but there are also a lot of people who are really glad to have had it because they were able to get insurance when they couldn't get it before. I know for somebody like me, it's really scary to think about not having insurance because my medications cost thousands of dollars per month. And if I don't take my medication, then it means I go crazy. So, some people have other chronic illnesses like physical disabilities where they need insurance. And, not everyone is so lucky in the world. We have to realize that and have compassion for other people. What is wrong with having compassion for people who can't do things or through whatever reason end up... Maybe I'm just a bleeding heart liberal. It's true. I'm a socialist, bleeding heart liberal. Who knows? But I think the world could use some more compassion. And you just don't know what someone's been through unless you've walked in their shoes. And you can't walk in anybody else's shoes. So, yes, there are some bad scammers out there or whatever. But I don't know. I think a lot of people are really good in the world. I know a lot of good people, and I know there are bad people in the world. That's definitely true. But for the... Oh, shoot. My computer just went into like sleep mode or whatever. So hopefully this is still recording. Anyway, I just don't understand a lack of compassion these days for people who just want to live their lives, you know. If a gay couple wants to get married, why can't they? I don't understand the fight to eliminate other people's lives, basically, is what I see the right wing doing. They want to roll back the clocks and have women living in the kitchen with the baby at their feet, or I don't even know. It just seems like it. But then, I know a lot of conservative people, but I think a lot of them think that the Republicans of now are the same as the Republicans of like 1950, which is not the truth at all. It seems like the Republicans nowadays are very evangelical and anti-sense. Very, very against people. I don't know. Anyway, that's my little rant. So I'm scared. A lot of people are scared. But what can we do? Can't worry about it. We'll just have to fight it, Somehow, I don't know, protest or speak up when you can. I don't know. There's not much I can do, but just saying something, I don't know, maybe can change the world sometimes. But, oh yeah, and so I was going to tell you guys, I also started a new blog site because I was, upset about the election, and I felt like I need some hope. I need to have people to look up to. And so I started this site, and I was taking a class at the time and reading about these revolutionaries and stuff like that. So I started the site called EstellaAnocheGorg. And basically, it's what I'm doing is trying to highlight people who made a difference in the world, who stood up for things that were wrong, stood up for things that were, stood up for things that were right, stood up against things that were wrong. They made a difference in the world, and they sometimes faced consequences, or maybe they were just, not all of the people are political necessarily, but I've tried to, give some hope when people find out about these people. Maybe, it's someone to look up to, or say, oh, they had a tough time dealing with that. I can live with this too. So I've been just highlighting random people. And the site is named after a woman called Teresa Noce, who was an Italian communist, socialist, whatever. I think she was a communist, actually, but I'm not really sure. But it was a different kind of communism than what we think of today, I think. Anyway, she was an Italian revolutionary. She didn't really like Mussolini, I don't think so. She was against Mussolini, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, her code name was Estella. So that's why I chose EstellaAnoche. And she said some pretty important things. And she's largely forgotten in history, I think. I try to give people who are a little less well-known. But there are some really well-known people on the site. I referenced Malala. I can't remember how to pronounce her last name. She's the girl who was shot in the head by the Taliban and lived to tell about it. She won the Nobel Peace Prize in, I think, 2014. Salman Rushdie, Temple Grandin. She's autistic and has done a lot and speaks a lot about being autistic, and different random people. Pussy Riot, which is a Russian like activist pop group, not pop, but like punk group. But they kind of do like pop songs now, sort of. They've done a few videos, and I posted them on there. But anyway, they were jailed because they spoke out against Putin and I think it was the Orthodox Church. They did a protest in the church, and then they got arrested and jailed for that for a number of years, I think it was. Only 2 of them went to jail for years. One of them was in jail for a number of months. And, some other people on there. So I'm going to try to update it every now and then and put new people on. Just a little blurb about them. People can research more about that. Different people if they want to. So I'll put the name of the website in the box here on my YouTube video. But it's given me a little hope, I would say. Researching different people who have faced obstacles that are definitely different and more difficult than I have. And it gives me at least a little bit of hope that maybe things will not end up horribly, And I think right after the election, I was like so upset because I felt like, and I still sometimes feel like, this is going to be a fascist regime. I don't know. Maybe it won't be, and I'll be happy about that. But there's a lot of fascism that it seems like in this time. So, I don't know. I'm not making sense. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a good new year, and I'll talk to you later, and I'll try to post more often. I always say that, but then I never do, so I don't know. We'll see. Okay, and so take care of yourself. Don't get into too much trouble, but if you do, make it worthwhile. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.